Good evening, I'm William Galloway. Alabama women's basketball picked up win number 12 of their season today as Christy Curry and her squad took down the Auburn Tigers in Coleman Coliseum. Let's take a look now at how it all went down. First quarter, Megan Abrams crosses the timeline. She finds Jasmine Walker in the corner, who knocks down that three. And still in the first quarter, Hannah Barber looking, and she finds Jordan Lewis, and Lewis knocks it down, elbow extended. Alabama led by as many as 12 points in the first quarter, getting off to a hot start versus Auburn. Here's Hannah Barber on the left side. That's in the fourth quarter. She knocks down the three. Alabama wins it 67-55 over Auburn. Lewis, Walker, and Araya Copeland combined to score 55 of the Crimson Tide's 67 points.
I just want to say how proud I am of our team today because, we had some adversity. They'd make a run, but we would step up and show a lot of poise and a lot of toughness with our decision making. I'm really proud of this young lady to my right. Just an incredible effort, leadership, communication, and near triple-double with, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, only 3 turnovers against one of the best teams in the country defensively.
And yesterday, the Alabama men hosted Mississippi State and picked up an 81-73 victory as 5 Crimson Tide players reached double-figure scoring. Herbert Jones had 17 points, and the freshman Joshua Primo added 16 points while knocking down 4 of his 5 three-point attempts. This win is number 9 in a row for the Tide as they improved to 13-3 overall and a perfect 8-0 in conference play. Nate Oates and his crew will welcome Kentucky to Coleman Coliseum on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. According to Yahoo Sports reporter Pete Thamel, North Carolina's Robert Gillespie has been targeted to be the next running backs coach here at the University of Alabama. Gillespie, a former Florida running back, has spent the last 15 years coaching the position at a Power 5 level. This past year, he coached the duo of Michael Carter and Javonte Williams. They each rushed for over 1,000 yards. It was championship weekend in the NFL. In the AFC championship game tonight, Patrick Mahomes was back for the Chiefs, and he led Kansas City to a 38-24 win over the Bills. So the Chiefs repeat as AFC champions, but who will they face? Well, I'll just let you guess who they faced. You guessed it. In the NFC Championship, it was Tom Brady and the Bucs taking down the Packers 31-26. And get this, Tampa Bay has won 3 straight playoff games on the road, and that will now give them the opportunity to be the first team to ever play at home in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady remains the greatest of all time, and that's undisputed. Chiefs at Bucs, February 7th, Super Bowl 55. This one should be fun. In UFC last night, Dustin Poirier stunned Conor McGregor and the world with a second-round knockout. McGregor, who was the obvious favorite going into this match, flashed his trademark speed and power, but eventually it was Poirier, and he took control. He had a series of punches. He dropped the Irish superstar to his knees, and he scored the knockout at the 2:32 mark in the second round. The AHSAA Wrestling State Championships took place this weekend, and so did the first ever Girls State Wrestling Tournament. Rhea Elizabeth Carpenter of Tuscaloosa County finished in second place in her division. She's a sophomore, and she's the only girl on the team at Tuscaloosa County. Congratulations, Rhea. And as I told you earlier, the Alabama men's basketball team is off to a fantastic start for their season. And one reason for all their success is the energy that they get from the crowd feeding off inside Coleman Coliseum each and every game. So for an inside look at the student section and the energy inside Coleman Coliseum, our Matthew Travis visited with the president of Crimson Chaos, Luke Ratliff.
If you've watched an Alabama basketball game over the past couple of seasons, chances are you've seen Luke Ratliff. He's an Alabama student and hoops aficionado, but his most recognizable role is being the leader of Alabama basketball student section, the Crimson Chaos. This year has been different, not only for Fluffopotamus, as he is known on Twitter, but for Alabama as a whole. Because of COVID-19, the number of fans at home games this season is limited, making the atmosphere in Coleman Coliseum different from the past.
As a president of a student section, there's nothing I love more than having the most rowdy, most invested students in Coleman Coliseum for basketball games. And for just, it's a tough conversation to have when we talk about students who were there at every game previous years not being able to come now.
Even with the attendance down, Alabama is up right at the top of the SEC. The Crimson Tide are now 8-0 against SEC opponents, but Ratliff is left wondering what Coleman Coliseum might have looked like this season under normal circumstances.
The buzz is outstanding, not just around here, not just at the campus of the University of Alabama and the state of Alabama, but nationwide. People are starting to understand how good of a basketball team Alabama is. And I really wish we had a full capacity Coleman Coliseum for them to come watch, because it's truly remarkable what's happening.
In his 4 years at Alabama, Ratliff has missed only one home game, and not even COVID-19 could keep him away. He hasn't missed an Alabama home game this season, and he's even hit the road, traveling to each of Alabama's road SEC games. For WVUA 23 Sports, I'm Matthew Travis.